Amendment offered by Mr. Jolly of Florida. At the end of the bill before the short title, insert the following section. None of the funds made available by this act may be used to carry out the closure or transfer of the United States Naval Station, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Pursuant to House Resolution 223, the gentleman from Florida and a member opposed each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Florida.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield myself as much time as I might consume. This is a very simple measure. It simply prohibits the relinquishment, the closure, the transfer of Naval Station Guantanamo Bay out of the possession of the United States. In 1903, as a result of the Cuban-American Treaty, the United States began to occupy Naval Station Guantanamo Bay for a lease as long as necessary or in perpetuity for naval operations. The treaty stated that the U.S. shall exercise complete jurisdiction and control of the base while also recognizing the sovereignty of Cuba. Today, Naval Station Guantanamo is the front line for our regional security in the Caribbean. It supports our Navy logistical work, drug interdiction, DHS migrant operations, and importantly, disaster and humanitarian relief, including responding to the 1980s and 90s mass migration as well as the 2010 Haiti earthquake response. Very importantly is what this measure does not do. This measure does not touch the detention facility and the politics of the detention facility. This focuses solely on the national security implications of maintaining a Navy station 90 miles off the shores of Florida. And importantly, it's an issue that has been brought ripe now as a result of the President's decision to begin to normalize relations with Cuba. But also importantly, this doesn't take a position on normalizing relations with Cuba. In fact, you could make the argument that normalizing relations with Cuba actually enhances and improves and increases our national security because it allows us additional operational units and boots on the ground at our Navy station there, engaging with the locals, improving our intelligence, improving our ability to respond. But the moment the President began to offer normalized relations, the Castro regime demanded the return of Guantanamo. This is a matter of our national security to maintain it. You need not make this political. Simply look at the advice and opinions of the previous three commanders of U.S. Southern Command. Current General John Kelly has called Gitmo indispensable to the Departments of Defense, Homeland Security, and to DHS and State. The commander before him, Admiral Stavridis, said it is of immense strategic value. Prior to him, General Douglas Fraser, contemplating the eventual closure of the detention facility, said even absent a detention facility, the strategic capability provided by U.S. Naval Station Guantanamo Bay remains essential for executing the national priorities of the United States. Mr. Speaker, this is a matter of national security. We have a process for realigning and closing naval facilities. This legislation simply says, for purposes of national security, this amendment prohibits any transfer or closure of Naval Station Guantanamo. And with that, I reserve my time.
Gentleman reserves.
I'd like to claim